Hey, what is going on, everyone? And today we're going to be keeping the Scopely Boundless train rolling because if you guys didn't know, there was this news article that went online by Game Informer. We're going to take a look at that, and we're going to get my hot take on it. I haven't actually looked at the article yet, so we're going to be looking at it on this video today. I also want to talk about, boy, what a crazy, chaotic store refresh there was yesterday, and that's why we're here on my Boilon 89 account, because a lot of it, of what happened, or what is going on right now, is relevant to this account here. So, we're going to be taking a look at that first before we jump into the news article, but boy, I don't even think they know what's going on over there. I legitimately don't think they know what kind of shit's going on. Every day is crazy, this patch has been shit, and they really don't know what's up or what's down over there. But we're going to take a look overall, see what's going on, see if we can make some sense of it. As always, without further ado, let's get this show started. Okay, and first things first, I want to draw your attention to the event selection, or the events window tab here. Also, I want to say, why is it just my account that does this, my baby account? For all of the other legendary events, it has this thing where it says completed. I guess these are the ones that are either available now or they're permanently available. I don't know why my account does it. Does anyone else's do it, or is it just me? Is there something I can do to fix that? Let me know if there's a way, because it's been like this for a while and I have no idea why. Anyways, we know that Iron Man, Nick Fury, and Star-Lord and Shuri is also permanently available. But what happened at the store reset was that we got both the Black Bolt and the Ebony Maw event. Originally, it was meant to be just Ebony Maw. We had the login calendar, as far as I'm aware. You could check that in the daily rewards. We have the Black and Ebony. These are Inhuman characters. These are for the Ebony Maw event. So why is it then when we went to go and click on the actual events tab, and then I saw that there was Black Bolt and Ebony Maw? So I took this chance to do tier 3 and tier 4 of the Black Bolt event, because I didn't have I guess I had the shards for it, so hey, why not, right? I think I got some Mega Orb fragments and some gold and stuff like that out of it. I think I got a full Mega Orb out of it. And then, of course, we have the Ebony Maw event, which was as usual. But there was a weird thing here before. Previously, it didn't allow you to actually click on the fight button. P.S. I don't actually have Black Bolt unlocked, but it lets you actually click on this. Although, apparently, when you click on it, you shouldn't even be able to get this far. But when you get this far now, it just says that you can't start. It says select required characters, even though it shows me to allow 5. So what does this mean? Does this mean that they're going to drop the requirement for Black Bolt in the future? I don't know, because currently there are 5 other members that you could possibly use without him. I don't know if this is something on the table. Why did both of the events go live on the same day? We had absolutely no mention of this in the blog post. The Black Bolt just came around. I'm pretty sure he literally just came around 2 weeks ago. So I don't know what's going on here. Again, I don't think they know what's going on over there. Things get pushed randomly for no reason whatsoever. And speaking of that, before we start the article, I want to talk about the chaos theory that this showed up on the weekend as well, with another card coming in for Friday. And I want to say that, Tana had mentioned in a video of his that someone in support said that this was going to be repeating every Friday through the month of February as part of Black History Month, I'm pretty sure. But I find this very strange for 2 reasons. For 2 real reasons, I'm skeptical. One, support has never known stuff before everyone else did. If anything, it's the complete opposite. The support has no idea what they're talking about, and they never have it before everyone else. So I would be very, very surprised if the people at Scopely told the support, but the CMs, the community managers, had no idea what was going on, because we asked this and they haven't been able to confirm this for us. So very, very shocked. Because we just got Black Bolt also, they could just flip the switch on these things. So I will believe it when I see it. Frankly, I don't trust them enough that this is still going to stay there. If it does, great. If we get 4 weeks of this or 5 weeks of this, great. But I'll believe it when I see it. And the other, that was everything. I think that was it. I don't think this is happening, but we'll see. If it does, awesome. Okay, so those were kind of the things that I wanted to mention. Other things, the fighting spirit also lasted a little bit longer than after the store reset. But other than that, we're back to this shitty mirror image fighting spirit echo nonsense that, you know, I talked about already in previous videos. So, let's jump on over to the Game Informer article. Marvel Strike Force epitomizes why players are wary of free-to-play games by Brian Shea. February 7th, 6:30 p.m. So this was last night. So this is pretty good. Thank you, Brian, for drawing our attention to this. And I'm going to read this out for you, give you guys my first impressions and my thoughts on this. And we're going to go from there, I guess. So let's start. I haven't read this at all yet, P.S. So this is going to be a first-time read. Let's zoom in a little bit more so I can get a bigger text here. When I played a pre-launch build of Marvel Strike Force at the 2018 Game Developers Conference, I was excited to dive into the multiversal battlefield the team at Boxnext created. Yes, this game was started by Boxnext. Now since 2020, early 2020, there was an acquisition of Boxnext by Scopely, and then at some point there was it's now Boundless Entertainment that really is just under Scopely at this point. The solid turn-based combat and ever-growing roster of beloved Marvel heroes and villains, and compelling hero collecting elements borrowed from games like Star Wars Galaxy Heroes drew me in from the jump. I couldn't wait to get the launch version on my phone. When Marvel Strike Force arrived on iOS and Android in late March 18, I started in May 2018. I was actually on holiday with me and my partner. We were on holiday. We were in Belgium. That's where I downloaded the game, actually, and that's... My arena shard has been kind of screwed up since because my payout is like at 9 in the morning, which really sucks for me getting my attacks in because I actually don't wake up that early. I was immediately hooked, and so was I, and we were, early on the premium elements felt pricey, yet largely unnecessary if you played the game a decent amount and completed all your daily objectives. Sure, dropping some cash accelerated your progress as they do in mobile games. But I was largely free to play for the first year of the game's life. I will say that for me, I probably spent a couple $100 in the first year. Nothing super major, I would say. Maybe like 20, 30 bucks a month kind of thing. However, once I did selectively begin spending money, the microtransactions I chose felt rewarding and valuable. Unfortunately, as the game's lifespan approaches the start of the 5th year, the transactions feel less micro, as offers ranging from $50 to $100 a pop. Do I dare even look at what kind of photo this is? Let's do it. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot worse offers than this one. Elite 6, Elite 7. Yeah, there's worse stuff than that, Brian. But hey, that's cute. They're more common in the game's marketplace, in addition to two simultaneous battle passes that set purchasing players back $20 each a month. The easy fix is to ignore the premium offers and instead focus on the gameplay, right? Well, that works to an extent. As I mentioned above, in the early days of Marvel Strike Force, spending money felt like a luxury purchase. Nice to have bonuses that will either unlock new characters faster or power them up with less grinding. Today, massive event-based rewards are sometimes impossible to earn unless you spend upwards to hundreds of dollars. The Echo event ongoing right now. In order to clear the milestone, you have to spend like $300 to $400 US in the offers for the imprints in order to clear that. The current in-game event featuring... Yeah, there we go. The character Echo gives free-to-play players who put in a ton of time grinding barely enough character shards to unlock her. And I want to say that the only way to unlock her is if you're doing it to the T and you complete everything. For those of you who do not, who miss a little bit of blitzing, well, you're probably not going to get her unlocked. Then reward those who drop an exuberant amount of money with bonuses that will only further increase the gap between the haves and has-nots. There are plenty of free-to-play AAA games that do it right, giving players a great experience, then offering up extra goodies if they feel like throwing some cash at the game. Unfortunately, Marvel Strike Force isn't one of them. Every step of the way, Marvel Strike Force now feels designed to frustrate players until they finally cave and spend. Please don't do this, everyone. Like, if this is how you're feeling, maybe you need to take a step back. Personally, we're all really upset with the way that the game is going, but I've done an okay job. I know I recently spent on Echo, and I feel terrible about that, and that was a one-time thing. I almost never spend. If you guys are followers on my channel, you know that. And basically that's what I'm going back to, because I don't think that's going to happen. Once the Young Avengers is passed, I'm going to be going back to my normal self. It's true that a goal of any video game is to bring in profits, but when the game is so demonstrably designed around making sure the player feels bad or left out unless they regularly spend money, it showcases precisely why so many immediately lose interest when they hear a game that is free to play. Dormammu, who like 22 people have him at this point. But Marvel Strike Force's problem extends beyond its constant siphoning of players' wallets, amid parent company Scopely reporting massive growth in profits from its Marvel Hero Collector to the tune of 70% growth and more than $300 million in 2020 alone. The quality of the game has continued to decline. At present, Marvel Strike Force regularly crashes when players perform certain actions in the menus. That's an understatement. In addition to the game-breaking glitch that accidentally rewarded players with exponential gold. Oh my god. Yeah, I remember this. When you click, when you spam click the inbox mail, and you had like 200 million gold by the end of it. Oh man, that was crazy. Causing the game to be taken offline for an entire evening in May 2021. Players have endured glitched microtransactions, character kits not performing the way that they're described, often fixed by the team updating the text of the description instead of the kits themselves. This is super fucking lazy, I have to admit. I think that's my first F-bomb. I hate this. You know, the one thing that I strive to do, you know, here on YouTube is to make sure that the kits are fair, that everything is working as properly, that what it says in the game is actually what we get. And you guys may have remembered when I brought this up with Cap Sam, and then they ended up just fixing the kit because, you know, you weren't getting turn bar for the characters you killed. God, that fucking pissed me off so much. And myriad of other technical problems. In the last 24 hours alone, the game has displayed incorrect text telling players what the rewards will be for the next raid, plus the wrong art telling people basic red star orbs. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this in the beginning. Yeah, so there was another 10 times dark credits thing, but it was not, it was in the banner, but it wasn't actually active. So some people did actually fall into that trap. When Scopely is tooting how much money the product brings in for the company, the least players should be able to expect is a high-quality product. Like, why are we constantly asking for them to fix their bugs? They pull in like 200 million plus a year from Marvel Strike Force alone. Why can't they fix this? It's so frustrating. But when players continue to spend money, what incentive does Scopely have to enact change? The age-old concept of voting with your wallet has never been more relevant than with a game like this. My spending has certainly dropped off dramatically in the last year. I know I can't be alone in my disenchantment, as the Marvel Strike Force Reddit page is flooded daily with complaints from players along the same lines. Scopely has a dedicated built-in fan base that's willing to spend, but if the company keeps upsetting its player base, that revenue could dry up. It's anecdotal at best, but my alliance has had problems over the last 2 years filling vacancies left by players who got upset by the greed-driven design and quit the game. I have known a handful of people to quit over the last week or so this is not a big surprise, you know, that people are really tired and exhausted with the things that are going on these days. On top of all of this, updates have continually ignored many of the quality of life improvements most often requested by the player base. The unfriendly RNG heavy Red Star system has been disliked since its inception, while the real-time arena mode introduced in 2020 fell flat with the community. So this is spot on. Only adding to the amount of screen time Marvel Strike Force asks of players. For me, it's like 2.5 hours. You know, if you add in all the stuff I do on Discord, yes, I'm a content creator, but yeah, it does add up, really. I don't even have, you know what, I still have other games I need to finish, and I still haven't done that. My Steam library is just packed. Only adding to the amount of, yeah, okay, so we're going to talk about that. And Marvel Strike Force requires a lot of time and commitment on top of any purchases you decide to drop money on. MSF respects your time about as much as it respects your budget. Please, everyone, if you can learn anything and take away from this, if you're frustrated like I am, then you need to speak with your wallet. Unfortunately, that's where things are. You know, go free to play for a while. That's okay. Don't let the FOMO get the best of you in this game, because a lot of times they do, or they try to. And then that's where the problem is, because people don't want to drop their spending because they're afraid of what they're going to miss out on. Fear of missing out, for those of you who didn't know what the FOMO acronym is. With all these mounting problems, you might be asking me why Marvel Strike Force has been and continues to be my daily game for so many years. The answer is simple. I still enjoy the core gameplay, roster of characters, and hero collection upgrade loops. However, as the problems persist and the game design centered on frustrating players until they plop down cash becomes more apparent, my continued dedication becomes more difficult to justify. Now, not unlike a favorite restaurant taking a dive in quality while upping its prices, I have a difficult, somewhat sad choice to make in the near future. If Scopely and developer Boundless Entertainment continue to further alienate their player base in the name of profit, it's inevitable that my ever tenuous time spent in this game will become more of a sunk cost fallacy than an actual love of the game. Thank you, Brian Shea. This was something that needed to be said. I'm glad somebody actually decided to do something about it. Now, the question is, will Boundless, will Scopely, will the community managers, will anyone come forward and tell us what needs to be said? the community's outrage needs to be addressed. Sometime this week, preferably. You know, I guess we'll find out, because if we get ignored and nothing happens, and the blog post comes out and nothing still happens, then they clearly don't care. There's only so much that I and other content creators can do to try and raise attention to this. And some of you might be thinking, Boilon, you know, God, you've been complaining and complaining all weekend. And yeah, I have, because things have kind of hit a point where we have to. I think we have to, because what else can we do? You know, like yes, I get it. They're a company, they're a corporation, they're capitalistic, driving everything, that things may not change. But at least I can try. At least I can say that I tried, right? You know, and at this point, that's kind of all I can do. You know, I'm not the number one. I'm not 100,000 subscribers. I'm not, you know, there's only so much that I can do. But I'm not happy either, and I know a lot of you are not either. And so that's kind of where we're at. You know, a lot of these events that have gone, I know that there's some people who, you know, are perfectly happy with it, but we're on a downward trend, and that's not good. And I'm sorry for all, you know, for all those of you who are happy about this, that's fine. You know, and if you want to, you know, bash me in the comments down below, that's fine too, although it might not last very long. But the point is that really we need to see some change, and maybe that involves you all, collectively us, changing our behavior. Maybe that means that we need to stop buying those things that we may have bought before. Maybe that means we need to go more casual. Maybe that means we need to be more free to play. And that's kind of where we're at right now. And that's where I'm at right now. All of these issues that we're getting in the game, all of these problems here, Black Bolt showing up randomly out of the blue because it accidentally got pushed. You know, someone popped a switch and then suddenly he appeared. Well, you know what? This chaos theory could go away as simply as fast as Black Bolt appeared. All they have to do is pull a switch, right? So I wouldn't guarantee anything in this game anymore. I don't think anyone knows what the fuck is going on here, because every single day, every single week, something bad is happening. Some problem is happening over there, and they're not fixing it. And they need to. Badly. 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 That's where I'm at. Okay, I really want to get back to doing more positive videos. I want to have a brighter spin on things, but I'm really struggling to, because they really need to give us some goodwill right now. They need to come out and address some of these concerns that we have, and they need to do it fast. That's the end of this video, and until next time, please stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.